Welcome friends! It's time for another episode. Today we will take a closer look at the Chum bucket. Starting out with this episode here, we see the Chum bucket for the first time. We also see it at night and also from the side. There must be lights on the roof or windows because you can see the light shining through. We can also see SpongeBob entering the Chum bucket, and we also see, well, let me call it the lobby, where we can order food, where all the guests eat and all that kind of stuff. When SpongeBob enters the kitchen, he appears in this room here, and there is another door that leads to the laboratory, and then we see Plankton's laboratory. There is also Plankton's wife, Karen. We also see these radioactive barrels. I wonder what's inside. And we can also see the ceiling, so there are a lot of lights. It is also revealed that Plankton consists of 99% hot gas and 1% evilness. And then we see SpongeBob leaving, and that's a little bit strange. Because previously we saw that SpongeBob was entering from the right side, and then he leaves in this direction. So this is the floor plan so far. We can see the entrance, there is the lobby, we can see the window where you can order, and also we can see the kitchen. It says the kitchen, but Plankton calls this his laboratory. In this episode, SpongeBob is standing in the lobby, in front of the doors that lead to the laboratory of Plankton. We see that the room with the dog disappeared, so I won't include it. In this scene, there is this door here that should lead to the lobby, but when Plankton walks to this door, we can see that in the next scene it has changed. But maybe it's another door, maybe it's the door that leads to the room behind the window where you can order. Maybe it's this door and the doors are next to each other. This could be the case. In this episode we see the real kitchen, and this is not the laboratory of Plankton. We can see how Plankton is observing SpongeBob, so there must be the laboratory of Plankton and there must be a kitchen. We also see that there is a window in the kitchen, and this window points to the Krusty Krab. So I think that the kitchen and the laboratory must be on different floors. If you take a look at our floor plan so far, then you will see that there is no way that the kitchen can be on the ground floor and that there could be a window that points to the Krusty Krab. Or is the kitchen in this room here? Then there also could be a window. In this scene we can see the window from the outside, and I think it looks like it's on the ground floor. So maybe the kitchen is next to the lobby and next to the laboratory. In this season we can see that the doors change again. I'm not sure if the doors lead to the kitchen or to the lobby, but so far we can see 3 different designs. In each season the doors change. In this season there is the lobby again from the outside, so at the same time we have the doors that lead to the kitchen and they never change. In this episode it looks like the Chum bucket is just one big room. In this episode it is revealed that you can open the Chum bucket at the top. We can also see the lobby from the other side, and there are no other doors, just the exit. We also see the kitchen, but I'm confused. I mean, Plankton calls it his laboratory, but it says kitchen. From this perspective it looks like there is no entrance to this room. Here you can see that there is a window now, so maybe this was the kitchen previously. There is also the roof, and there are no windows and no lights. Previously I thought, well, maybe there are some windows or light. There is also a bathroom, but we don't know where it is. Here Patrick is on the roof, and then we get this view here. In the first moment I thought that this was a mistake, but then I remembered that this is a fisheye lens effect. Still we can see that in the lobby you can find the exit and you can find the doors that lead to the laboratory or to the kitchen. Then we also see that underneath the Chum bucket there is a zeppelin. I'm not sure, do you call it zeppelin in English? Sounds a little bit weird, but anyway. This time we see the lobby and there is a restroom. So it could look something like that. I know it looks weird and I'm not really satisfied with that. And that's why I won't include the restroom, because you can only see it in this episode. There is a cool feature of the Chum bucket. You can see in this episode that the fist of the Chum bucket is actually a small submarine. Plankton is observing the Krusty Krab in this episode. And there is a window in front of him, and the window points to the Krusty Krab. We saw previously that the Krusty Krab is located in this direction. And this is where Plankton is located, and he is looking in this direction. And this is a little bit strange. There is also this tiny exit and entrance that only Plankton can use. In this episode we can see that the roof of the Chum bucket changed. Now it's a wooden roof. Don't ask me why this changed. In all the other episodes and seasons it's always a steel roof, but now it's a wooden roof. Almost in the next episode we can see that it's again a steel roof. In this episode there is this view here from the outside. We see the doors that lead to the kitchen, and we also see that there is a room behind the other window. In Computer Overload we can see that the layout of the lobby changed. It doesn't look like this anymore, but instead it looks like this. In the lobby is also this door here, and there is also this corridor, and you can find different doors. So maybe it is a restroom like we saw previously. It is also revealed that under the Chum bucket there is a huge cave, and there are even creatures living in it. And then we see something interesting. There is this tiny door that only Plankton can use. The place where the tiny door is located is a little bit weird. Maybe it's not, because when I look at this, Plankton's wife is at this position here, and next to her is the tiny door. This could be the case. This could also explain why SpongeBob was entering from the right side and then leaving this direction. This would make sense, I guess. Even though the angle is a little bit weird, but that's the only explanation I have so far. In this highly disturbing scene here, we can see that our floor plan so far is not that bad. We see Karen in the background, and that looks like our floor plan so far. I'm not sure about the lobby because the shape sometimes changes, but I think I will leave it like this for now. But then there is also this scene here, and we can see that now Karen is exactly in front of the door. So sometimes Karen has these two positions that switch around. At the same time we can see that there is a back entrance. Previously that was the place where Karen was located, but now there is a back entrance. In this episode we can see that now there is a normal sized back entrance. There is also Plankton's bedroom, and he has a bed of steel. We can also see that there is a window. This is what it looks like from the outside. We see the window in Plankton's bedroom, and there is also another window that is located on the first floor. Here we can see the laboratory of Plankton, and behind Plankton and Sandy there is a whole another room, or maybe it's a corridor. Sometimes the Chum bucket looks something like this. Around the laboratory you can find different corridors and rooms. In Plankton's good eye we can see Plankton in front of his wife, and behind him is a door. Maybe it is the lobby, but it doesn't really look like the lobby. So maybe it is one of these doors here that lead to a different corridor or to a different room. In Flavors of the Bottom we can see that the restroom in the lobby appeared again. Maybe it looks something like this, but then we also see that it's round, it's not a rectangle. It looks like we are back at this floor plan. In this episode it is shown again that there are different rooms in the Chum bucket. Here for example we can see something like an office. So maybe it looks like this, maybe there are different rooms around the laboratory, or the rooms are on different floors. We don't know exactly. It is also revealed that there is an opening at the roof, maybe something like an exit and entrance. The Chum bucket has also this safety feature here, where the door is protected even by lasers. We can also see Patrick walking behind the Chum bucket, and there is the back entrance again. Maybe it looks something like this, and there you can see the back entrance. In Spot Returns we can see the laboratory, we can see the doors that lead to the lobby. There is also this closet here in the laboratory, and there is also this door here. And we don't know where this door leads. And there is another door-like entrance and exit. It looks like there is another corridor. If the Chum bucket looks similar to this, then there could be different doors in the laboratory, and they would lead to different corridors and rooms. In this episode we see this corridor here, and it looks similar to our floor plan so far. We see that the corridor is like round, and we also see that there is a restroom. And there is also this tiny elevator that leads directly to the bedroom of Plankton and Karen. And the elevator was going up, so the bedroom must be on the first or second floor. If the floor plan looks something like this, then there is this corridor that we saw, and there must be a restroom and also the elevator. Another cool feature of the Chum bucket is this little propeller that is popping out of the fist, and then the Chum bucket is able to fly. There is also the back exit again, or back entrance, whatever you call it, and above it is a window. In Gary and Spot we see something very interesting. We see how Gary pops out a ladder and then he crawls inside and he arrives at the bedroom. So I think there are only two floors, the ground floor and the first floor, and like we saw previously, the bedroom must be on the first floor. In Karen's baby, the doors in the laboratory changed again, but there's also this scene here that suggests that there is only one big room in this episode. In this episode we see the back entrance again, and it looks like there is only one big room. In some episodes there is only one big room, and in other episodes there is more. And then we also see this big room here. We can see in the back the round corridor, so that corresponds to our floor plan. But in this episode the laboratory is gone and there is this room here. We also see the door again in the laboratory that we saw previously. Here you can see season 11 and season 12, and it looks similar. And there is also another entrance to the corridor. In this episode we can see another feature, or it's not really a feature. There is a balloon inside for romantic purposes, but in this episode you can see that all the lights disappeared. I think in almost every episode there are lights. We also see Plankton in the kitchen, and like previously there is a window that points to the Krusty Krab. I wonder if the kitchen is in this room here, like previously. Here we can see again the kitchen, and there is also the window that points to the Krusty Krab, but besides that we don't have any other clues. In Karen for Spot it looks like there isn't even an entrance to the room behind the window where you can order. Maybe there isn't even a different room for the kitchen. Maybe it switches around, like some episodes there is a kitchen, in some other episodes there is the laboratory. But don't forget that previously there was this scene here where Plankton was observing SpongeBob and they were in different rooms. After all the seasons and episodes, this is my floor plan so far. We also know that there is a first floor, but on the first floor you can only find the bedroom. So that's why I leave it as it is. I'm not sure about the kitchen, if the kitchen is in a separate room or if it switches around like the laboratory and the kitchen. Thanks for watching, appreciate your support and also the critics of course. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Chum bucket. See ya!